but they are not resisting. They are just raising questions to understand and appreciate better. And indeed, you heard some of them saying, we gave you our views, but we don't see them in the documents which are produced. So the consultation process continues as we implement. And there is no contradiction at all, because the parish development model is a new programming strategy where we are going to bring government to the parish level.
There was a concern of a deadline for the readiness of parish levels. How do you address this?
Now you see there is work going on in the communities where we have trained trainers of trainers, and right now we have people collecting data from the households. We have other trainings going on. There is a process to ensure that we form circles at every parish, and the members of the community are being mobilized to form enterprise groups. And we have said circles should have been formed and registered by the end of July. But also next financial year, we shall be providing the 100 million per circle, per parish circle. And therefore we are flowing. We are flowing, things are moving, but we want the communities to be ready, to be prepared to receive this money and use it well. Yes, the mindset change and community mobilization pillar is being spearheaded by the Ministry of Gender. And a lot of trainings are going on in the districts, in the sub-counties, in the communities, because we do believe that one of the reasons why people subsist in poverty is that the mindset is so tuned that they think they were born poor and they will remain poor. So what is being done is to educate, to sensitize, to mobilize people to believe that something can be done and their status changes. And it's very important, even before they receive the money, because you can receive the money, but if your mindset is not properly tuned, you can still waste the money. So there is training and mobilization going on through community groups, through radios, through different communication channels.
How does this money distance itself from politics?
No, it cannot, because we are politicians and we are designing these programs. But probably the point is that we are forming circles at the parish level, and the circles will be comprised of our local people, particularly those who are in subsistence livelihood. They are being helped to form enterprise groups, and then they become part of the circle at the parish level. And we are saying nobody should pay money to join the circle, and the circles are going to be registered and they open their accounts in the commercial banks or any financial institution supervised by Bank of Uganda in their area.
A number of expectant mothers in Murungatonye sub-county, Moria district, have shunned government health facilities after one of the midwives at the health facility absconded from work.
One of the midwives at Morongatonyi Health Center 3 in Namuria district has been allegedly accused for taking the illegal study leave, leaving hundreds of expectant mothers stranded at the facility.
Now we are paying staff who are out for studies without official permission. And two, this other one is sick. Now we are mobilizing community to come to the health facility. But there is nobody to attend to them at the moment.
The overwhelming number of expectant mothers has forced the remaining midwives to mistreat patients over exhaustion. Some expectant mothers visit traditional birth attendants.
Birth attendants at the facility, you find a woman giving birth at the veranda. If you have not come with someone caretaking you, you will give up by giving birth to a veranda. But if you have come with someone who is caretaking you, that one gets up by receiving your child.
The Amuria District Deputy Chief Administrative Officer, Paul Wamono assured the locals that the situation has normalized.
To cause that demand for us to know, because if you cause it on your LC3 authorities, they will also follow it up fast enough. I don't know what happened, but the office has been recalled. And
the Amuria Resident District Commissioner, Lilian Ayal, directed the Chief Administrative Officer to take action against the errant officer.
So it is not only about calling the officer back, but it's about pinching to ensure that the others are discouraged from practicing the same.
Absconding from work was raised by the Office of the Prime Minister in Murungatonyi Sub-County, Amuria District.
Still in the health sector, and now as we talk of the blood donation around the country, with the country trying to recover from the effects of COVID-19 lockdown, the need for blood in the country continues to pop up. Uganda Red Cross Society and UBTS, in partnership with Nile Breweries and Uganda Traffic Police, have launched a 3-day blood drive to mobilize 800 units of blood in Kampala, Jinja, and Mbarara districts.
Uganda Red Cross Society, we come alongside the government to support response to emergencies, and among them we also respond to road traffic injuries. So with road traffic injuries, because we have ambulances that are deployed by the major highways to respond, we do see how people get injured and we see them lose blood. And we also experience situations where they've been transported to the health facilities, and sometimes there are challenges with accessing the blood. At times it's because the blood is not available at that particular center, but you find the blood could be at the regional blood bank or even here at Nakasero, here in Kampala. So really, when we mobilize more blood, we will be supporting these regional blood banks to also have enough quantities and be able to distribute to the local health facilities.
We are building up a database of all people who do repeat donations, so that when we need that particular group, then we can ask you, we can give you a call and you can come be able to donate. And in the process, we can be able to save lives. So like if there's a mother with probably a rhesus negative blood which needs a donation, then we can be able to call that person and that person comes and donates the blood.
Currently, our target is 300,000, okay? Our target is 300,000 units annually. But we are far short of the WHO standard, as has been communicated by Director Clinical, Dr. Olara, okay? So, if our target is 300, and we are supposed to collect 450, then it shows that we are short by 150,000 units of blood, okay? This is based on the population of Uganda, because currently the population of Uganda is estimated at 45 million of people. So if we are collecting towards 300, it shows that we have a shortfall of 150 in our target.
And then in the area of girl empowerment, studies in Luwero district indicate that the girl child is attaining basic requirements. It is the reason why Rotary Club of Wabulenzi is emphasizing vocational education institutions to enable girls acquire employable skills.
He's a jolly good fellow. So there are so many people outside there who need help, our help. And they say a small drop can count a lot. Like National Water says, a drop count, each drop counts. Anything that you put into consideration to ensure that people's lives are changed in terms of eradication of cancer. You normally see that Rotary Club, Rotary Uganda and Rotary International, we ensure that we embrace cancer run. We run to ensure that we equip our Zambia hospital so that we can be able to treat cancer locally here. We have got people who are suffering from malaria, yet as Rotarians, as Ugandans with humanity, we can save. We have got so many girls who get pregnant at an early age, and at the end of the day, they lose what they could have obtained through maybe education. We want to ensure that we look at the girl child, that one who missed the opportunity to do better like she could have done through vocational studies, through vocational work. So we feel that this year we should ensure we empower the girl child through vocational skills and ensure that we fight malaria from our people, we run to eschewing cancer, and also in another way to ensure that we have income generating activities for clubs, not to basically base on what we contribute from members. Because we have realized what takes away members from Rotary clubs is that all the time they assume we are going to contribute money. And now we can do better than that, so that we can have a project that can generate some money, and from that money we can use to save humanity.
The Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Monica Musenero, has urged the youth in Butembo district to appropriately engage more in innovative ideas in order to eradicate poverty.
Middle income is a national issue. It is at national level. At the national level, you calculate the GDP and you divide by the population and you get GDP per capita. And if with that money is more than 1,040, then you are in middle income.
In a bid to eradicate poverty among Ugandans and the move for the country to attain the middle income status, government has launched the Parish Development Model in Chibuku District, Bugwere Region. The Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Monica Musenero, says the launch in Bugwere is to fight poverty among communities.
So one of the trainings is to help people realize that how they spend their time is very, very important and is going to be a big determinant in whether they get out of poverty or not. So what I cover is, one, for people to realize the value of time. Naturally, we Africans, especially in the village, we are unconscious of time passage.
Dr. Musenero expressed concern of this initiative.
This fund which the government is sending to the parish, 30% is dedicated to youth. But the youth are not participating. They are not getting trained. They are not getting the skills. So even when we give them the money, they will not really be able to use it. So I set out this time specifically to come and bring the youth on board.
Some of the participants commended Dr. Musenero for the training and expressed readiness for the program.
About utilization of time, because there are very many ways in which we always waste time, because you realize that in a period of 24 hours, you may not even invest even like 2 hours. And of course, sometime you may just waste it. If we embrace the parish model system, it will be so, because with parish model, people will work as a group, so everyone will have concern about the other, and with the fact that we have realized how to accumulate money and we have realized that we have to save, I guess that will be able to be a...
It's time for us to take a short break. Do not go away. We return with more news.
Jennifer, Jukila, Rewagamba, I don't have waka. You passed the eyes through me about my waka. Now come and see for yourself, see my waka that I got with Momo Nyabo.
Simply deposit 20K or more on your mobile money for a chance to win 3 Toyota Succeeds and money to 2,000 lucky winners every week. We're giving away 24 cars and over 2 billion shillings of mobile money.
Fun is our flavor. When we're together, the vibe is pretty alright. Our taste is fruity awesome. We are Uganda's #1 fruity refreshment. Enjoy Mirinda Fruity, Uganda's #1 fruity refreshment.
Get connected today with the My Airtel 4G smartphone and enjoy free data for 1 whole year worth 86,500 Uganda shillings. That's free 2 GB for the first month and free 1 GB for the next 11 months at only 250,000 Uganda shillings with free data for 1 whole year worth 86,500 shillings, making the effective price of the 4G phone 163,500 shillings only. Airtel, the smartphone network.
We can't tolerate sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment is unacceptable in our school.
Because a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
The Kabaka Birthday Run 2022 is back on Sunday, 3rd July 2022 at Lubiri Mengo. This year, the run will be physical and will be flagged off by Sabasajja Kabaka at 7 a.m. Come out in large numbers once again to Lubiri Mengo. Run for a cause to fight and end HIV by 2030. Buy your ticket today at 15,000 Uganda shillings from Airtel shops at Tobani Center, New Taxi Park, ShopRite Building, Benchwanka Street, Majestic Brands Office at Bulange Mengo. You can also buy your ticket using Airtel Money. Dial *185*5#. Select Payments, select Kabaka Run, and follow the prompts to complete the payment. Kabaka Birthday Run 2022 is brought to you by UNAID, CBS, BBS, and Airtel, the smartphone network.
Affordable packages, great entertainment, sports, the local content, telenovela, the movies. There is something for everybody. Go TV, this is where great stories live.
Get the best entertainment for any budget. With GoTV, you will have great entertainment for as little as 13,000 Uganda shillings per month. GoTV, great stories, Zidiwano. GoTV Uganda, love it.
Welcome back. And on the business desk, Ugandan farmers have been urged to adopt mechanizations and agriculture practices for higher yields. Handing over a set of farming tractors to smallholder farmers, the country representative Heifer International William Matovo reiterated the need for application of new technologies for international market penetration.
At least 85% of Ugandan farmers depend on simple systems of farming, which limit sector productivity. Government and non-state actors are partnering towards mechanization of the agriculture sector.
Mechanization helps farmers plant 40 times faster at 1/3 of the cost. Yet, tractors often sit idle, especially in situations where they exist, because there's no market to serve the smallholder farmers.
Mechanizing the agriculture sector is projected to improve on the country's balance of trade through increasing on exportation of agricultural products.
Increase export earnings. Given that nearly 3/4 of our population are employed in agriculture, the net benefit to the country will be very significant if especially we add value on whatever we are importing.
In this line, Heifer International and partners has supported smallholder farmers with agriculture tools like tractors to increase sector productivity and household incomes. The project is dubbed Pay As You Go, where farmers will pay for these tractors in manageable installments.
So the pay-as-you-go product, the core of the pay-as-you-go product is really to finance the demand that the farmers are bringing, right? We're not financing your bank statement. We're not financing the house that you have or the cars that you have. We're financing the demand and the work that you're bringing.
Climate change has affected the farmers' yields across the country due to its unpredictability. The adoption of technology and smart farming modules is preserved appropriate for the dynamic demands of the sector. Lydia Chomkama, UBC News.
Now, in the oil sector, with no end in sight to the soaring prices of fuel, Mandera Group of companies has hosted its customers and dealers to a workshop to figure out how the public can forge away.
As the price of fuel continues to soar, many avenues need to be sought on how to adapt. To that effect, Mandela Group of companies has hosted a workshop for its customers and agents. These are required to educate the public on how proper service of cars and use of the right ingredients like oil can save on fuel.
You need to know how to pick it up. Try to, when you notice, if you don't need really to drive, why should you drive? If it's a nearby place, just walk there. Try to minimize. Some of us, you find each of us has a vehicle, your wife has a vehicle, your kids have a vehicle. Why don't you use one vehicle? Because this crisis is not about us, not about City Oil, it's not about any other oil company. It's a global crisis, and we have to know how to kick it up before this crisis at least ends. And the message is simple: use